back from going to Sunset Beach to go to the pawn shop, which is where I found some comic books this weekend. Um, my phone was actually almost completely dead, evidently in my pocket, and now I'm getting a dry throat from something out in the air. Okay, so um, out. Okay, what I was trying to say is that my phone was dead, and it was evidently on in my pocket the whole time, like trying to take a video of my pocket. I don't know what's going on with the camera. So here we go. These I bought for $3 at the flea market down in North Myrtle Beach this last Saturday. So let's take a look at what I got and see if you like them. Now I made a video of this, but my camera translating or transferring it to my laptop decided to chew them up and destroy them, and I didn't realize until it was too late. All right, so I bought a lot of these kind of cars. This is a hot rod. Some of these are matchbacks like this one. I used to have one of these in burgundy, and it was a lot better condition because this one's scratched up pretty good. Some of these are in great condition, some of them not so much. And that's why that picture you saw that I took was actually after I got them all set out and lined up. Well, and I guess I don't want to go through every little detail like normally I would, but these are all within 3 inches normally, except for a few you can tell. This is a Plymouth Prowler, and I definitely remember having a kind of a plum color one, I guess you could say. Not really so much purple. This one is incredibly great condition. I think this is one of the 55 Hot Wheels, but the actual car was, I can't read it. I think it's called a cooler. But I love the colors of it. The black, the fiery yellow, and the gold, and then the red. I love black with gold. And this is definitely going to go in my top favorites. Like I have a top favorites collection. So that's one of my top favorites. This I got because, well, it reminds me of my childhood. When I was a kid, I had this car, but it's called the Silver Bullet. And it goes all the way back to the 70s, actually about 75. I had this one in lightning bolts on the side, and then there was like a computer chip or something on the back right here, which was kind of cool back in the 70s. But I used to pretend like it was Electra Woman and Dinah Girl's car because in my universe as a kid, my cars were kind of like superheroes. They all had their own superpowers. So, you know, if I made a superpower for this one, it'd probably be camouflage. It would go into camouflage mode, or like it'd go really fast. This is an incredibly awesome car. He didn't have the key for it, but it's called a key car. Now, when I was a kid, this is a funny car. I didn't have the funny car version. I had the one. It looked like it was from Smokey and the Bandit, the black Trans Am with the Firebird on the front, the Pontiac Trans Am. It was black with gold. I had that one. I played with it so much the bird was burned. She was rubbed off a long time ago. But yeah, this is just like, wow. I love the key cars. Actually, they came in pairs, I think, or else I had to them because I know I used to have me and my friend. We used to try to see if we can make them hit each other, like across the room, like across the kitchen floor. Squeeze the little. You stick the key in. There's a spring in there. You squeeze the key and it releases it, and it goes flying down the road or floor. All right, here is another Plymouth Prowler. Yep, this is another Plymouth Prowler, just like the yellow one, but in a better color scheme because yellow, it's okay. I would like to have a yellow Corvette from the 70s. That would be nice. I think it looks really good. It's very sunshiny. You know, the Barbie yellow Corvette, I would love to have it. I'm not willing to pay that much money for one. And plus, yeah, I didn't know they were remote control because my neighbor had one, and I don't remember her having a remote control. Maybe he made 2 different ones of them. I don't know. But this one has, it looks like, it's not really so much flames. It looks like it's got scratch marks on the side. It could be a little bit of a combination of both. So let me see if my cat likes it. Tom, do you like it? Now, Tom was outside until I had to go get the mail. And that's why I'm a little bit riled up right now because the mailman put 2 packages on my front porch and 1 out there. I'm like, why does he do this? I thought they were fixed. For a while there, they were putting all the packages on the front porch. All right, anyway, you don't want to hear about that. You want to hear about cars. So this is a Hershey's funny car, and it is metal and metals. This is an older Hot Wheel, as you can tell. It's got a lot of corrosion on it, and it's like chomp, chomp, chomp. And it's got metal up here, metal down here. So it's got a lot more metal than your $1 cars, you know, the ones you get at Walmart for $1. This one probably cost originally like $2, $3 or whatever the comparable price was for the time it was made. I don't know though. It could be so old that it was actually back whenever they used more metal than plastic at all. I thought this one was pretty cool. This one is a Hot Wheels. I've had it before in a different color. I think I had mine was blue with yellow or something. Blue, white, and yellow, I think is what mine was, that I had back in the 90s. I'm pretty sure I had this one back in the 90s. I can't really read the information on the bottom of this. But this is a submarine made by Hot Wheels. And if you have this one, let me know, because it's something that, it's got wheels on it. So I was like, how do they call them Hot Wheels if there's no wheels? It has wheels. So by the way, this is $1, $2 so far. How many dollars do you think I spent on the 3 for $1 cars? Now here's a car that has moving parts. You don't get those in the dollar cars. This one's actually a majorité. The majorité is the French cars. Well, originally they were from France. Back in the 80s, my French pen pal sent me cars, and it was always by the company called Majorité. And I was like, is that like your version of Hot Wheels? She's like, what's a Hot Wheels? I was like, really? Our Matchbox? You don't know what a Hot Wheels are? Okay, that's fine. I didn't know. At the time, I just assumed that they were in every country. I didn't know Majorité was their version. See, back then, France had closed borders, and they were very proud of their own products. All right, so this is a Hot Wheels motorcycle for minifigures. I don't think it'll fit him. Get your motor running. I will challenge the dragon on my motorcycle. All right, so we got this motorcycle, and I probably already have it, but I love motorcycles, especially this kind. This one looks good. So yeah, you can get one of those. They probably have one at your Walmart right now. This one looked a lot like the General Lee. And when I was actually looking at this one, I was talking to the dude about General Lee, and I was like, that's one car I wish I can get that you'll never find retail again, because ooh, the flag on top is so offensive. All right, people, it's part of history. We can't just ignore history. We can't be offended by every little thing. So 2010, this one is made by Mattel, and it's not the General Lee, but it just kind of reminded me of it. It's a muscle car. All right, we got $3 down. How many dollars do you think I actually spent? Here's a nice little hot rod. It's not the Bone Shaker. I have another one in there that is the Bone Shaker, or the whatever it's called. This one looks like it though. It's got the same kind of framework, but it's definitely a different front. This looks like something Richie Cunningham would have drove back in the 50s. Or would have hanged out with people that drove. This is a 32 Ford, and it's been hot rodded like a lot of kids like to do back in the 50s. My dad was into that. Here's another funny car, but this is for Chuck E. Cheese. Now I tried to get all the different corporate, what is it called? When they got like logos on them and stuff, I tried to get all those cars because I think that's an interesting concept, just to have all those. I don't think. Yeah, I guess it is the same mold. And they're both metal on the bottom and metal on the top. So I just put them side by side. And then speaking of corporations, here's Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth. Ooh, ooh. Chocolate. Like, oh my gosh. I love the movie The Goonies. So if you haven't seen that, you got to see it. It was perfect timing. I was right there at the same age of those guys whenever I watched it. Yeah, and I just saw a documentary about Corey, one of the Coreys. The one that was in the movie. No, the other Corey. I don't know. I get them mixed up. All right, so here's a car that I think Timmy's Tinnigan just did a review of. The Daytona, what is it called? The Shelby Cobra Daytona. The Daytona, I was trying to think of like Daytona Corvette, no, Cobra. But I like the musculature of it. It's got a nice body to it. It's got a lot of nice curves on it. I like a car with curves. Although I do like Lamborghinis, so I can't say that all the time, 24/7, because Lamborghinis are very flatlined. Here's a car that's made off of an older car, and I love like the 1930s cars. This is a Hot Wheels. It doesn't give anything else other than where it was made at, 1990, Mattel Incorporated, Malaysia. So it doesn't have information about what it is, but on the front you see some more information. A classical 1937. So it is a 1937. One of my favorite cars I hope I still have. My dad, I think he may have thrown away some of my stuff. Like, I have a red Excalibur. I love that thing. It was first in Dazzler's first time I saw it. Here's the Bone Shaker. I think it's the Bone Shaker. It's got metal on the top and metal on the bottom. So this is an older Bone Shaker, back when they actually made cars out of metal. I think that's metal on top. It feels like it. If not, it's some really hard plastic. And the chrome parts are plastic. Yeah, nice. I like that one. I think I saw a bone shaker. Actually, I have a bone shaker from the Mega Constructs. I really wish they'd have made a skeleton guide and be the driver. That'd be kind of cool. All right, hold on. That motorcycle's throwing off my rows here. So far, sorry, I'm coughing a lot because I went outside and I was hasty and there's a lot of dry air today. One, two, three, four, $5 so far. We're working on our $6. You know I got at least $6 for it. Anybody want to guess how many cars I bought altogether? Remember the 3 for $1. Here's an extremely light car. I couldn't believe how light this thing was. I think it's a pullback. Yep. There. It's a pullback car. It's very lightweight. It feels like it's something you get in a Happy Meal. It doesn't seem to. I can't seem to read it. Legends of Racing, and it is a Kellogg's race NASCAR. So there's a NASCAR that I got. Sorry about that. I wasn't doing this badly earlier. All right, so we have, this is gold, I think, or is it Golo? I can't read it. The Extreme Sports Drink. So if it says Extremes, I'm thinking this is a 90s car. It's by Masto. It has to be older than modern Mastos. Mastos are Maestos. I don't know how you pronounce it exactly. I've always pronounced it Mastos, like Maestros. I wonder if that's where they get it from, like Maestros. All right, it's got a clear windshield. The modern ones don't have clear windshields. That's one of the ways they get away with making them cheaper. So they don't have to put an interior layer of plastic in there because they just make the windows black. Then you don't see inside and there's nothing to miss. There's no year on the bottom of it and there's no make to it. I don't think it's a real official vehicle. It's just something you could put in your town. So that's now $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6 worth. Okay, so if you thought I only bought $6 worth, you're wrong, because here comes dollar number 7 coming up. And yes, I did buy a nice rounded number, so you can't go, oh, you got $6.50. You fooled me. Nah, if it's 3 for $1, you know I'm going to buy 3 sets of 3. All right, so this one is a Dodge, and I'm not sure which kind of Dodge it is, but it's a pretty good looking truck. I think it's a Dodge M80. Don't know. I've never owned a Dodge vehicle in my life. Let's see. Saturn, Honda, Ford. Oh, what was that black car I had for a while there? I can't remember. It looked like a sports car. The Storm, the Geo Storm. It was a Geo. I couldn't remember the name of the company. I was like, something Storm. All right. So, but this, it's pretty cool. I like the colors of it. I like the fact that it's a truck. I did have a truck. That was another Ford I owned. All right. So we're now on the $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7 one. This one, I thought, this looks like a very weird car. And sure enough, this is a McDonald's Happy Meal toy from the good old days when they used to make cars made out of metal. This is around 2006, I think is what it says. And this was back when they made Hot Wheels for the Happy Meals out of metal. The last Hot Wheels I ever saw was before the pandemic for the Happy Meals. Got some tires too here that do that for some reason. The whole thing comes down for some reason. I don't know why. And those were bigger in plastic. They were like bigger in scale in plastic. And I was like, I got them anyway because, well, I do support Happy Meal toys when they come to really cool ones like Hot Wheels. But then that was it. They didn't make any more sense that I'm aware of. Of course, you know, the pandemic threw everything off and everybody was afraid they'd get COVID or something. I shouldn't say that word. Whenever they go to McDonald's, I like a cheeseburger and death. All right, so we got another hot rod here that's green, and this one is probably, oh, it doesn't say. But it looks like the Ford that I had earlier. Except it's got a hood on the top of it, and the other one didn't have a hood. It looks kind of like that, but, you know, it's the same kind of genre. It's the hot rods that you would see a lot of times at the 50s cafes. It's at $7. Did I stop there? No, of course I didn't. I got a Viper. Now, this is a Masto Viper. How can you tell it's a Masto if I didn't flip it over? That's right, the black windows. The black windows are how you can tell because Masto is cheaper, and there's a reason why it's cheaper. And what is the cat playing with? All right, so it's got black tinted windows, so you can't see any fake interior that's not there. But it's still a Viper, and we all know Vipers are awesome. Here's another NASCAR. This one is very lightweight as well. top is probably, it feels like plastic. I'm pretty sure that, no, I think it's metal because the way it's got the paint chipping off right here. It's a very lightweight metal, that's for sure. Maybe it's a hybrid, kind of like a Saturn car. This is made by Racing Champions. I know that company. It's got Goodyear tires printed on the side. It's got the little netting over the windows. And it's got Kellogg's Corn Flakes, not to be confused with the Kellogg's Frosted Flake ones that I have right here. And it's a number 5, so it's in the same, I guess maybe it's the same car, just different paint jobs. And, you know, I don't know. I don't watch NASCAR. My dad loves NASCAR. He can watch people go in circles all day. It sounds like something I would have to do if I was a governor or somebody worked in government. All right, this one had a bent-in tire, but I thought it was really cool looking. It's like a souped-up golf cart. Now, down here, golf carts, everybody has one, especially people who, you know, I saw one, I was at Food Line the other morning, and he just like zipped right in there and parked up on the grassy knoll. I was like, is that legal? Because I know you're not as heavy as a road car, but I'm pretty sure if somebody was like, you know, that grass is kind of not supposed to be parked on. This car just looked really cool and futuristic. It's got the flames going down the side. I see with the whole thing, they're pretending that the cars have superpowers or they're driven by certain superheroes. I would have pretended when I was a kid that this was a combination between Green Lantern and Brainiac. And I'm not talking about the green skin Brainiac. I'm talking about the robot Brainiac that looks like Terminator with brain. But I would pretend like this is the Green Lantern Brainiac car. It just looks like it. It's got the green flames down the side and the green tinted windows. It's got that really spacey, futuristic look to it. It is called the Rogue Hog, not Roadhog, Rogue Hog. This is by Hot Wheels, made in Malaysia. Don't know what year it is. I haven't put these out yet. So let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is now our 9th dollar. Who thinks I got $10 total? Because that's a nice round number, right? All right, this one is a Bilo. Now, Bilo is a grocery store, I think. I've never been in one, but when I was a kid, there was a Kmart that we used to go to in High Point that became a Bilo at some point. It's missing a wheel, and I don't think Bilos are in business, so I guess it'll be okay. But I like having, like I said, corporation vehicles just because it marks a point or time for, you know, when the people used to advertise things. Well, they still do, but I'm just saying like, things that have been forgotten, like Kmart or KB Toys. Oh, and if you thought I went past the $9 mark, you were wrong. This is the final one in this collection. It's a very nice flat black look to it. Red interior. This is metal on the top and metal on the bottom, because that is definitely metal. It feels like a nice solid metal right there. It's red plastic right there. That's probably extended to the interior. It's got paint right there, which is really interesting. It doesn't say if it's Hot Wheels. It doesn't say if it's Matchbox. I don't know. I was about to say I don't know, but right there it is. I was wrong. It is definitely a Hot Wheels car. So this is a Hot Wheels car, and I can dig it. I love the red flames on it. It looks really good. Flat black, nice flat black. So I got a lot of hot rods. I got a lot of NASCAR. But which one's your favorite car? You got a lot to choose from here. Let me know which one's your favorite, and I can tell you probably mine, without a doubt or a shout, it's this one. It is gorgeous. I love that color. And I had to pick a second favorite. Well, I don't know. You tell me what my second favorite would be. Go ahead. Don't be shy. All right, well, comment below if you have a favorite out of all these. And if you have a memory, share it. I'd love to hear from you guys. I don't get enough comments, but one day I shall. See you next Wednesday, or if you like turtles or something like that, for Thursday. Or I'm about to do packages because I got 3 packages. 2 on my doorstep, 1 over there. I'll rant about it later.